Well, hello, Grant Gamers, my favorite people to talk to on a bright morning, afternoon, and/or evening. How are you? Welcome to GPA, or Grant Prep Academy. I am Dr. AJ Austin, creator of this here space, Black Women in Grants.com, and Black Women in Grants here on TikTok. So come on in, say hello. Let me know you can hear me, that you're joining us. This is for Black women, for-profit, small business owners who are seeking grants. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Y'all are not living and driving, but living and just having parked outside my doctor's office. I got an appointment in like 45 minutes. So I said, let me jump on and do our morning live and get this out of the way, chatting with y'all really quick, because my appointment is scheduled during the time I usually go live. So I'm normally here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with my doctor. You never know if you're gonna get out quick or be here all day, so I didn't want to risk it. So I got here early, parked, and I'm talking to you. And of course, everybody's outside. People usually are not outside here, but you know how that goes, right? Anything that can happen will. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully the connection is okay. I am somewhere near some woods. I don't know how the signal is here, but talk to me. Let me know you can hear me. And let me know if you are a Black woman, for-profit, small business owner seeking grants for your business. Is that you? Thank you for sharing, Tracy. I see you, girl. I am Dr. AJ Austin. If you are new here, let me know so I can give you a proper greeting, a proper country cousin shout out. Let's talk about your business real quick. Now, keep in mind, we don't have a lot of time together this morning. I may come back on later. It's no guarantee, but I'm here now. Happy to answer your questions live, but I know you guys are like multitasking and got other stuff going on as well. But if I were you and someone was here to give me information about getting a grant for my business, I would listen, engage, speak up. So welcome. Is it Get That Money? I want to say it right. Welcome. So I'm Dr. AJ Austin. I've won over $63,330 in grants and grant-funded opportunities over at blackwomeningrants.com, our year-long mentorship program. We have won collectively over $181,000. I'm so excited. One of our grant winners, her name is Ashley Rankin. She just won the $10,000 L'Oreal 2024 beauty grant for her skincare business. So she's about to launch a new skincare line, and L'Oreal is helping to fund it. Ain't that cool? So the same things I shared with her in our private grant coaching sessions, I am happy to give you some hints and some tips and to invite you to come join us in our mentorship to get some mentoring around you winning grants for your business. So real quick, in the chat, tell me what your business is. What do you do in the business that you could see yourself winning a grant for? Tell me that really quick. The more you talk, the more I will assume you're not on here stalking, being nosy, ear hustling, stealing information. You know how that goes here on TikTok, right? You never know who's on here. We have grant check writers who watch us on TikTok. So, again, if I'm here offering information for free, you're welcome. Answering your questions about your business getting funding. And by the way, I usually charge for this. So, again, you're welcome. You better speak up, say something. Our time is ticking before I have to go. So, talk to me. Good morning, Free Spirit. I see I need grants for my business. I don't know where to start. So Okay, you have a medical carrier business. So here's where to start. First, we're telling me about your business, the business that you could see yourself winning grants for. So y'all put that in the chat if you're just joining us. Next, tell me, what could you use a grant for specifically in your business? Like, if you were to win a grant today and it had your name on it, it had your medical courier business on it, and it had an amount, and you could fill that box in for any amount that you would like, how much would you like to see? Like, how many commas, how many zeros? Let me know real quick. Everybody answer that question if you're fully engaged during this live and serious about finding and applying for grants for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business this year. Thank you for sharing the live. I see ya, girl. Hey, Cindy Glovis, how are you? Welcome back. So Cindy could see the check being for $50K. At least the first one, right, Cindy? Oh, I forgot I still got my shades on. I was wondering why things were so dark. Let me switch from shades to my clear shades so I can read these comments on here with y'all. How much can you see your first grant check being, or your next grant check being? Let me know. And again, this is about engagements. Fire and Ice says 25K. Okay. Because somebody asked me where to start, and I'm trying to tell y'all where to start. But if you don't start answering the questions, you ain't going to start getting the grants that you need, child, because they're going to ask you how much you need, what you need it for. So these questions I'm asking you are literally on grant applications, okay? I see 100K. Okay. So step one is telling me about the business that you could see winning a grant for. This is where to start with finding grants. Okay, y'all taking notes? Good. Step two is telling me how much you can see yourself winning. Step three is telling me, what could you use a grant for in your business? What could you use the 50K, the 25K, the 100K for specifically in your business? I see vehicles, employees, and advertising. What else? Marketing. What else? And let me help you. It helps to get specific. So if you say vehicles, is it a vehicle that is abandoned on the side of the road or behind some broke down car dealership that they really can't sell, so they fix it up just long enough for you to drive it off the lot vehicle? Or is it a vehicle that is a Mercedes-Benz or some other type of luxury vehicle, Sprinter van, commercial travel? What type of vehicle? How many miles on it? What year is it? How many people does it hold? How much does it cost? Is that enough? Because a luxury vehicle in my book for a business is going to cost most of the budget that I've seen y'all put on here. Employees. What type of employees? Is it your chief operating officer, your chief marketing officer, your chief financial officer, your social media manager, your virtual assistant? You. What type of employee? Are they part-time? Are they full-time? Are they freelance? Are they contractors? Are they unpaid or paid interns? What type of employees? Advertising. Is it Google ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads? What type of advertising? So it's good to have the starting categories. Again, we're on step 3 of where to start with finding grants. Okay? So after this, I don't want to hear y'all don't know where to start. But I'm asking y'all these questions. Where to start is to get clear on what you need, why you need it, how much you need it, and what you would use it for. Is this helping y'all? We got to get this quick, y'all. We got like 30 minutes left, if that, before I got to hop off. So, is this helping you get clear on where to start? Let me know. Now, Cindy's been here before. Cindy's in our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com, where you can get mentored around what we call the grant game. This is how you play the game. You start out with creating your strategy for even applying for funding, and then you go find the funding that fits what you're looking for, and then you apply, and then you stand a greater chance of winning, and your application stands out way more because you're coming in prepared. Y'all see how this works? Again, is this helping? And if you're not talking, you're stalking. I don't care how busy you are right now. I am sitting outside of my doctor's office on a early morning where I could have been sleeping for an extra hour, eating breakfast. I'm sitting here watching two old ladies. I guess they're volunteers here. They are working on the grounds. There are literally no grounds to work on. One lady is just sitting here hammering on rocks. One lady has a leaf blower in her hand, and I've never seen people outside of this office landscaping no land, okay? So I don't know what's going on today. This little light of mine, I'm going to still let it shine. I said all that to say I'm here with you, asking you questions about getting funding for your business. Answer the questions. So y'all said this is helping, right? So real quick, pop quiz. What is step 1 to getting started on finding grants, on winning grants, on where to start? Who's been paying attention? Let's see. Who's going to be first to answer that to win? Anybody? Can you remember where to start? What was the first question I asked? Hello? Anybody there? Okay, it was one of the questions, so I'll give you that. So the first question was, what is your business? That's what every grant is going to ask you. The second question is, how much do you need? The third question is, what will you use the grant for in your business? And part B is getting clear on those categories of what you will use the grant for. So if it's marketing, is it email marketing? Is it direct mail marketing? Is it a billboard? Is it getting your car wrapped? Is it sending postcards in the mail? Is it putting flyers on people's cars? Is it what type of marketing? You know, it's getting really Pacific, like the ocean. Okay? Over at blackwomeningrants.com, I wrote a book, and it's called Finding Funding, and it features the top 25 secrets that I've discovered to winning almost 6 figures in funding on my own. I've definitely applied to over $500,000 in funding, and so far in the professional side, I've won close to 6 figures. Now, in my personal life, I've won well over $1 million in grants, in scholarships, and subsidies, and bursaries, and sponsorships, and partnerships, contests, competitions, giveaways, you name it, I've won it. And I want to help you win, but you got to talk to me. So one thing that I put in the book over at blackwomeningrants.com is the list of 60 different business expenses that grants have helped me cover. So if I'm asking you, hey, Tennessee, if I'm asking you what you can use a grant for, and you're saying stuff like inventory, supplies, the car, marketing, and I'm saying dig deeper, you probably need help with brainstorming what deeper could look like. And so over at blackwomeningrants.com, you can get your hands on a copy of the Finding Funding ebook and an app that'll read that book to you, that'll list out all the 60 things that a business grant can cover for you, because it's covered for me. It is an investment of $97 to come join us in the mentorship for a full year. Get some hand holding in this grant thing, because it's new to a lot of you. Who here has looked for a grant before or applied for a grant before? Let me know. The website is blackwomeningrants.com. Hello, Aisha. Okay, so you guys have applied for a grant. Did you win the grant? Has anybody won a grant lately? Like this year? No. You've looked? No, ma'am. So we turn our nose into not yet. We turn our, I've looked into, I got some applications pulled up, I'm about to apply. Y'all asking me where to get started. This is where, okay? We don't stop at getting rejected. We don't stop at just glancing. Okay? That's like going to a restaurant and inhaling and say, yeah, the food is good here. How you know? You ain't ate nothing. Girl, go place your order. You said, I have not, but listening to a few of your lives has drawn my attention. Okay. So, if you've ever looked for a grant, heard about a grant, applied for a grant, but haven't won a grant, that means that you need what's known as a grant application strategy. And I'm all about strategy. That's a little bit about what we're talking about today with where to start with the grant process. The first step is creating a strategy. The strategy, y'all ever played a game and you're like, you need to have a pep talk before the game? And you're like, when they do this, I'm going to do this. When they say this, I'm going to say this. It's the same thing with playing what we call the grant game. GAME is an acronym for Grant Application Mentorship for Entrepreneurs. Because many of us need mentoring and handholding when it comes to things like telling our story about why we founded our business, talking about who we help in our business and the difference that it's making in their lives, telling why a grant should care enough about what we do and why we do what we do in our business to write us a check. And I've done it so well that I've mastered it. Someone told me the other day on my live that I got it down to a science. It is truly a skill to get your strategy together, find a grant that's a good fit for your business, not just do what we call spraying and praying, where you're just applying to random grants and wondering why you're not getting them. But when you come in with a strategy, you find a grant that's a good fit for you and you apply, and then you're able to sit back, smile at your Bapuda, as my little niece used to call computers when she was little, and you can be proud of the application that you submitted, whether you win or whether you win in the future. It's about, are you going to win it now, or are you going to strengthen your application skills to set yourself up to win in the future? All of that's possible when you get mentored around this skill, because it is a skill. So what questions can I answer for you guys who are hanging out with me? We got like 20 more minutes together, and then I'm going to hop off and go check in for my doctor's appointment that I'm hoping is like 10 minutes so I can go back home and get in bed. But do y'all have any questions about anything we've talked about so far as it relates to where to start with grants? How can we work together? www.blackwomeningrants.com is my year-long mentorship. It's where you can get your hands on a copy of the digital downloadable ebook called Finding Funding, where I've shared all of my secrets I learned in the beginning to winning my first 60K in grants. It's where you can join a community of over 300 mentees who are in the program, like Ashley Rankin, who just won the $10,000 2024 L'Oreal Beauty Grant a couple days ago. Her interview is there. I picked her brain for you guys. No, I won't message. I don't message here. I don't email. If you want it, go get it. blackwomeningrants.com. Okay? So, we have grant winners that I have interviewed so you can hear from them, hear how they've won and the steps they advise you to take to start winning like them. All of that is over at www.blackwomeningrants.com. Miss Ellison says, that part is easy. I can speak on those in my sleep. So I just need to apply. You need to apply with a stronger strategy. I just gave y'all the introductory questions on every grant application. What do you do that you can use the grant for? How much do you need? And what would you use the grant for in detail? Then it gets into your story of why you started your business, why the grant should award you, and so much more. It's like 27 frequently asked questions on most legit small business grant applications that are not scams. We even go through what to look for in a scam so you can avoid getting scammed, okay? So it's a lot deeper than what I have time to address here. That's why we have the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. For those of you who feel like you want to dive deeper, still need assistance, want to go further, want to work with me, want my help, etc., blackwomeningrants.com. Nelly Pooh says, hi, I just joined the live. I just got my LLC last year in September. Congratulations. You've almost had it for a year. All right. I was just thinking last night, how can I start getting grants to further my business and company? What's your company, Nelly? Are there many grants for the beauty industry? There are more grants for who you are in business versus what you do. So, for example, Ashley, who just won the $10,000 L'Oreal grant, she won not because of what she did per se. She won because of who she is. So she is a black woman. Tell me if this is you. You're a black woman. You're for profit with your business. You're based in the United States. You're over the age of 18. You own at least 51% of your business, and you're seeking grants to help you grow either an expansion of your business or expanding your product line or launching into bigger markets or helping way more people or introducing a new service. Or you have this big social mission in mind where you could see yourself helping your community more. And so you find a grant that matches that. It's not necessarily about getting a grant. And it's funny because I literally just posted the TikTok before I went live with y'all this morning. I was driving and posting a TikTok for y'all. But it talks about that. Instead of looking for a grant specific to your industry, look for a grant. And that's what I was supposed to come on here and talk to y'all about today, but I forgot. My mind went blank when I saw these people outside this doctor's office. But anyway, the grants that we win are in the private sector. I'll share this and we'll wrap up. And those of you who are joining over at blackwomeningrants.com, let me know if you need my help getting logged into the learning portal so that I can make sure you get your welcome packet. Because that's all we're talking about today, is where to start, where to begin the process of finding these grants, applying for these grants, and potentially winning these grants, because you got a grant winning game plan. You got a strategy going in. Hold on, let me get some water. They blowing leaves and stuff, so I'm going to be coughing in a minute. Okay, I'm getting hot too. Anyway, what was I going to tell y'all? Oh, so we're in the private sector of grants. So that means we are winning money from banks. Have y'all ever heard the Bank of America, Regions Bank, Wells Fargo, Chase, JP Morgan Chase? Have y'all heard of any of these? Thank you for the roses. We get funding from financial institutions that have backed these grant opportunities. We get grants backed by corporations, organizations, and associations like, have y'all heard of Office Depot, Office Max? Target, little store you might have heard of or shopped at a couple times. AT&T, some of y'all got them. Verizon, Comcast, UPS, FedEx, Target, Walmart. Have y'all heard of these stores? These are the people behind the checks that sign our grant checks. So I share that because we're in what's known as the private sector. That also means that our grants are more themed, meaning there's a theme to it versus we're looking for beauty brands, we're looking for real estate agents, we're looking for notaries. They never really put out grants like that. However, if you're a business that aligns with what that brand is looking, that grant is looking to award a grant for, like it's an empowerment grant, or it's an educational grant, or it's a grant to pay for you to go through some extra business training so that you can get your business ready to start competing for pitch competitions for small businesses. Or it's a tech grant for people who have tech-enabled businesses or some type of technical component, etc., to their business. You see what I'm saying? So in a future live, I'm going to talk about the themes of the grants that we see. It's a theme, meaning we're looking for these types of people with this type of mission in their business already, versus we're looking for hairdressers, we're looking for daycare center owners, we're looking for truck drivers. You will rarely see grants like that. The grant that Ashley won is a beauty grant, but it was also, they were looking for 40 people. I don't know how many applied, but they selected 40. So a lot of applicants must have applied for this, and they were applying on a global scale. So out of all the people around the world, one of our black women in grant, Ashley Rankin, won $10,000. She was one of the 40 selected by L'Oreal, the NAACP, and the Hispanic Foundation. And they are giving her $10,000 to launch her skincare line. But she's also in the mix with hairdressers and salon owners, and they listed so many categories. It wasn't necessarily specific to one type of business, you see. And so the theme of her grant was inclusivity. So everything from hair care to skin care, etc., as long as it was inclusive of the beauty industry, it fell into that category versus hairdressers only, salon suite owners only. Y'all see how this works? So we'll definitely dive into more when I have more time. I got about 10 more minutes here with you guys, if that, because if I get much hotter, I'm going to go on inside and sit in that air. Okay, I done turned my car off, rolling up the windows. The older lady volunteers that's out here blowing this dust around that moved to the other side of the building. The sun is getting a little higher in the sky for hot Atlanta, and it do be hot. So if you got questions, now's a great time to ask. And I want to invite you to join me over at www.blackwomeningrants.com. Come and get mentored around grants and the concept of you winning grants by preparing your grant application strategy, and to go feel what we call the GAP, the grant application process. Again, the website is blackwomeningrants.com. It's only $97 to join us, and that's through a scholarship fund that we have. It gives you the option to skip the regular investment, which is $997. People do pay it. People have paid it. People are paying. People are begging to pay it now. And so you get it for only $97 from hanging out with us today here on our Grant Prep Academy chat this morning, aka GPA. So again, the website, www.blackwomeningrants.com. That's where the book is. That's where the list of business expenses that a grant covers is. That's where the app to download the book that'll read the book to you. That's where that is. We send you 3 free list of grants every month. You get a free 12-month subscription to have grants delivered to your inbox. And I teach you 13 secret places to go find even more grants. So if you read the list of grants and you're like, okay, I need more. I'm addicted. I've applied to millions of dollars in grants. Tell me more. We got some other secret sources that you can go seek out and find out about grants and grant-funded opportunities. Plus, I've done a series of trainings that walk you step by step through the grant process, what it is, how it compares to having a for-profit business versus going through the nonprofit grant process, which is a lot. We don't have to do as much in the for-profit space, which I'm thankful for. But I'm teaching you the ins and out of this space as I win grants, as our mentees win grants, and you're learning by following in that same path of how it works. So hopefully something that I am sharing is resonating with you. It's clicking, it's making sense. And again, if you have questions, now is the time to ask. Are you getting any ahas, any takeaways from anything that I've shared so far? I see Nellie Pooh shared the name of her business. She said, I'm a resource center who provides services for my community as well as job opportunities. Users saying, good morning. Y'all are telling me you're definitely black women, for-profit small business owners. So if you're new here, welcome. The price is, or the investment, excuse me, because it is an investment of $97. We have Klarna and we have Afterpay, so I never feel safe answering the question if it'll still be here tomorrow. Can you hold a space for me? When does the price change? When does it end? Today, in this moment, there is a scholarship for someone who is ready to either take the leap, invest the $97, or click the payment arrangement option and see what Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay and Clear have to say. Okay, so that's the answer to that. Nourishment says, I always find grants after the deadline has passed and then I forget about them for the next year. That's because you don't have a strategy. If you had a strategy, you would have gone through what we call the 30-day action plan. We did a series here on TikTok where I walked you through every day for the next 30 days. here's what you would do. From finding the grant to listing when the application deadline is, putting it on your calendar, making time every day for the next 30 days, just like a relationship, just like a job application, just like having kids, just like nurturing anything. Grants are going to require your attention. Spend a little time with me to flourish this, grow this thing, and you'll be surprised at the results further down the road. So when you prioritize finding funding, it takes up space on your calendar, just like this doctor's appointment I'm sitting outside of the building for, that I traveled across the county for. Okay, it was only 30 minutes, but still, I'm making time for my health. Okay, so it ain't no surprise later on. So I share that because funding for your business has to be a priority for you to take it serious. And when you win that first check, oh, it get real serious then. Just like when you get paid on your job that first time, you done put them 2-3 weeks in a hole, you get that first check, you like, oh, let me go put some more hours in. Same thing with grants. You ain't gonna forget about no money, honey. Y'all have heard of the banks and the corporations that I talked about. You know that we're in the private sector, the for-profit sector. You said her information is on your site. Correct. I would love to support. I'm assuming you're talking about Ashley. And yes, she is there with her testimonial. Do you help with pitch competitions? I do. That's my private coaching. But also it's featured in the mentorship. You get to see me pitch twice and win. And we have partnered with a program that helps you with the small business pitch competition to start getting your pitch deck together. Yep. Are there any other questions about anything we've talked about up to this point? About grants, where to start? If you've been here with us the whole time, you shouldn't have any questions about where to start. And you are welcome to come join us. Dive deeper into questions that you don't even know to ask right now. Get some clarity on what your next steps should be. Don't let a $97 investment hold you back. As a matter of fact, I was getting our email prepared for tomorrow that's going to go out to our mentees. And I was sharing a little bit about Ashley, who just won her $10,000 L'Oreal grant a few days ago. And I was mapping her journey. She found us in August of last year here on TikTok, just like you guys. So just, if you're new here, put hey in the chat so I can say hey. But Ashley was new almost this time last year. And then she joined the mentorship. She made the $97 investment thanks to her mom encouraging her to join. She took it serious for about 90 days. And that's when she got her congratulations email that she had just won $10,000. So if you're wondering how long does it take, what's the time frame, what's the turnaround, can I earn my money back, Ashley has now won over $19,000. She had already won 5 coming into our program. She's won scholarships. She's won business mentorships. She just emailed me yesterday. She won another business mentorship from following my advice and doing what I walk you through how to do in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. So she is winning. I interviewed her. Her interview is in the mentorship where I picked her brain masterclass style, asking her specific questions about how she found the L'Oreal grant, why she won, what she put in her application, what should be on everybody else's application, all that good stuff. And then there's another lady, Deanna Joy. I don't think I've seen her join us this morning, so they may not be here yet. But she's won a total of $76,000 within the last few months. And she just announced that she is a semi-finalist for a $1 million grant. Can you imagine your name on $1 million check with your business, child? All because they've teamed up with us over at blackwomeningrants.com, joined the mentorship, and now they're tens of thousands of dollars richer in their business because of it. And of course, their business is still making money like the regular way. Ain't that awesome? Right. So, congratulations, Regina, on having your EIN. There's a list of things that you need to have in place, including your business bank account, your articles of incorporation, parts of your business plan, your taxes, your profit and loss statement, your business website, your business email, your business telephone, all that good stuff being able to be checked off the list as you apply for these tens of thousands of dollars in grant funding to prove that you're running a legitimate business that a grant will be proud to invest in. And so I give you those checklists over at blackwomeningrants.com. It's in the book, and it's in what we call the 3-step grant guide, where I'm literally saying, check this off your list if you got it. Make a note to go do these other things if you don't have it yet. And that's for you if you haven't started your business yet, or if you have started and you've been making money, etc. So we got 2 minutes, y'all. I've been talking my head off. I am about to go sit in the doctor's office. She's going to make me wait an extra 30 minutes, come in and tell me how behind they already are, and they just opened. We're going to talk a little bit. We're going to have a deep, heated discussion about my health. This is our routine. We just went through it last week. I love my doctor so much. I've been going to her for over 10 years. I recently had to have 2 blood transfusions for anemia, and so she has me under close watch. So that's why I've had 2 appointments and 2 trips to get my blood drawn. So we're reading my results today. I did get a food allergy test. I'm allergic to shrimp. I already knew that. And scallops. Didn't know that. So glad I know it before I go try it. And eggs. So it's an interesting health journey. I bring y'all along. I make time for my lives in between my healing, rest, and recovery. So that's why I'm like, y'all ain't got enough time. If you got questions, ask them, and then come join us in the mentorship to get deeper help, because it's only so deep I can go with you guys in 45 minutes on a TikTok live with other strangers. You know, we don't know who on here, girl. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining me. You said Grandma Molasses. I've never heard of it. Let me write it down. Thank you for sharing. Somebody else on TikTok shared something that's really blessing my soul. So I'm going to write this down. Grandma Molasses. Thank you, girl. I would take y'all inside with me, but they start talking to me as soon as I walk in the door. And then, you know, you got to check in and have paperwork and all that. Thank you for the roses. Oh, my alarm is going off too. Hold on, y'all. All right, guys, that's all I got. Okay, Miss Ellis says she joined. Okay, Miss Ellis, give me 5 minutes to go check into my appointment. Good morning. And let me lock my car up. Looks like it's gonna rain, so make sure my window's up. Got my emergency brake up because I drive a stick shift, so we don't want to see her rolling down the highway. Praise the Lord. So let me get in here, get set up, let them get me in a room, and then I'll send you your email that will let you into the learning portal for those of you who have joined us in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com, okay? Thank y'all so much for hanging out. I don't want to be rude and be on the phone when I walk in here. And I think they tell you to put your phone away anyway. So until we meet again, my friends, you guys have a phenomenal rest of your day. Some of you guys I will see inside of the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. And I'll keep y'all posted on my health journey. Thank you for being here. Have a phenomenal rest of your day. God bless. Thank you for the prayers. I appreciate it. All right. Y'all have a phenomenal rest of your day. I'm out of breath. Bye, y'all.